Haven't seen it since I've been home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Monday, July 11th Lebanon Redevelopment Commission meeting. I will call this meeting to order, and we will start, as we always do, with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, if you would please note that Dr. Milliman is unable to join us this evening. And Commission, we have had a request if we could pause on the approval of the minutes and save that for the next meeting. We have a couple of different meetings that we need to approve minutes for. We want to make sure that we have those lined up properly and approve them in order, if you guys are good with that. So that takes us directly to our old business. I don't note anything under our old business, so we'll move straight into our new business. And that is going to be consideration for a resolution. And we're going to have Mr. Ben Bontrayer come up and give us a little introduction.
Good evening, RDC members. This is a lengthy document that's before you this evening, economic development agreement related to the Hickory Junction Fieldhouse project. There's a lot of details in here, but it's a lot of memorializing of all of the activities and items that we've been working on with Card & Associates over the last 6 to 9 months. So I kind of walk through some of the quick highlights. It defines the project itself and what the responsibilities are in terms of the developer, and responsibilities in terms of the City Redevelopment Commission, et cetera. The big thing is then it then identifies the incentives related to the project. One would be the transfer of the old Holiday Inn site, that again, memorializing that activity that's already taken place, and then detailing out the bonds that we are actually getting really close to selling, hopefully next week, and then closing on in early August. The levels of those bonds for both construction of the facility and then construction of public infrastructure related to the facility. And that would be $24.1 million for construction of the facility, and then $10.5 million that will be used in part to construct public infrastructure. The total public infrastructure cost is more than that, but that would be the city's part, City and Redevelopment Commission's participation in the public infrastructure costs. The rest of those costs would be then the responsibilities of the developer. And then the big thing is really just identifying if something goes wrong, which is what these agreements really are for. If the economy changes and the project's not completed, or in 5 years if they decide they want to sell the building, and what the responsibilities are related to that takes place. So that's the big thing, is walking through if there's any defaults that happen, what the city gets or what the Redevelopment Commission gets as a result of the default on their part, et cetera. So that's really what this lays out. Like I said, we could go into a lot more detail. You may have some specific question, but that's the quick highlights. I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have any.
Thank you very much, Ben. So that's kind of a high-level overview. We do have to, sorry, brief pause here in the room. It's like there's something big going on at the next meeting. We've got some folks in the audience. So just real quick, kind of recap where we're at in this process. So Ben gave us that quick overview. Rob, do you want to read us in officially, and then we can have further discussion?
Yeah, thank you, Commission. Resolution 2022-09, again, is a resolution of this Commission approving an economic development agreement for the development of certain property related to the Fieldhouse project and the public infrastructure project. This Commission has been advised of the economic development agreement that's attached as Exhibit A, which sets forth the terms and conditions under which Card Associates Athletic Facilities, LLC, is proposing to construct an approximate 190,000 square foot indoor sports complex featuring 8 basketball, volleyball courts, 2 fields to support football, soccer, rugby, lacrosse, baseball, and softball, and again includes mezzanine space, other facilities, pitching and hitting tunnels, again, as well as ancillary uses such as conventions and wholesales, and that's the Fieldhouse portion of the project. Together with the public infrastructure improvements consisting of roads, a lift station, water main, mains, drainage, and related improvements. That's all defined as public infrastructure project. And that's at or near the southeast corner of I-65 and State Road 39 in the city. The commission has reviewed the draft, or the proposed development agreement in the form presented to the commission, and has considered the economic impact of the Fieldhouse project and the public infrastructure project, and finds the approval of the development agreement by this commission furthers the redevelopment and economic development of the city and will benefit the public health and welfare of the citizens of the city. Therefore, the proposed development agreement in the form presented to the commission at this meeting is hereby approved. The president or any officer of the commission is authorized to execute the development agreement in the name of and on behalf of the commission with such changes in form or substance as the president or any officer of the commission executing the development agreement shall approve, such approval to be evidenced by the execution thereof. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon its adoption by the commission. One of the things that commission I'd also like to address, and as Mr. Bontrager did, is this is a lengthy agreement. It summarizes many of the terms that have already been before this commission and other city bodies. The way I would frame it is this is essentially the contract that the city entities will be entering into with the developer. It'll provide a roadmap of what's going to happen to the closing of the bonds, and then through the course of the construction of the project, and then through the operation of the project. We've had a number of calls back and forth and drafts. We're still finalizing the exhibits. And what really before you tonight again is just the form of the development agreement. And should anything materially change, then the intent would be to come back before this commission. So I'm happy to answer any questions if you like related to the details of the agreement.
Any questions from the commission? Any questions from the public? So with that and having the reading, and again, it's kind of a summation of everything that's transpired over these last few months, I would entertain a motion regarding Resolution 2022-09.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution number 2022-09.
I'll second that motion.
Subject to legal review and authorize Corey or the mayor to sign for the documents.
All right, so just to clarify that, because there is a little bit of background noise. So we do have a motion from Commissioner Robertson to approve Resolution 2022-09, subject to final legal review, and authorizing the president, which is myself, to sign on behalf of the RDC. And then we have a second from Dr. Taylor. With that being said, we do have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify with an aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion does carry. Thank you very much. I believe that is our very easy agenda for this evening. Any other items to come before this commission?
Make a motion, we pay claims.
Perfect. So we have a motion to pay claims.
Were there some minutes that we needed from last meeting, or
We're going to do them all in order.
Thank you.
I'll second those.
So we have a motion and a second from Mr. Campbell. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Meeting is adjourned. Next up will be the Lebanon City Council meeting.